Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. Let me get the intro going and make sure I'm muted here. Hi, all right. So, we'll turn the dance music off. It is Wednesday, December 14th, 15th, 14th, guys. 4 p.m. On the East Coast over here. So, hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thanks, Edward. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Budsfile, Jess, Kaplan, Jay, Edward, Frugal Mama. The link is pinned in the comments as well. Did I say Gavin? Kenneth. And somebody else. There was somebody else. Anyway, shout out to the members as well. Today's topic is imposter syndrome. So we're going to talk about it. Always Tam. Appreciate you. Not going to attempt the whole sharing the screen thing because I don't know. The crapple, as Celestial says, is not like living its best. That's right. All the hashtags. Mama's knows best. All natural. Exclusive. Boom. Yes. Shout out to those emojis. Hey, Arcade Pop. What is good? Thank you for that super chat. And let's give you a little shout out here. All right. Appreciate you. I'm going to have to upgrade that one too. Yes. Boom. What a way to start, right? So if you're new here and you don't know what this whole thing is about, Converse with the Mamas, it happens every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, depending. And we talk about different topics. We talk about hot topics. We talk about wellness. We talk about how to educate, inspire, motivate, and all that good jazz. Thank you, Kenneth. Oh, I just love your comments. It's amazing. So I hope everybody is doing well. And if you are into the whole Vlogmas thing, I opted out this year. It was so, let's say, exhausting to post every day. I was doing shorts of the wine advent calendar, and I was doing shorts of like a beauty calendar. So it does take a lot of work. I'm going to come up with some ideas probably next month and into February so that I have December already planned out. Because there are some good stuff to do. I do have a premiere Friday. So if you missed yesterday's premiere, that was awesome. It was an eyeshadow look, going back to doing some classic eyeshadows. I did 3 looks in one video. A lot of work that takes, and the editing. So I did put up a poll on my community page asking, what do you guys want to see coming soon? A little bit of everything. If something is not there or a subject matter that you want to see on the channel and I'm able to, put in the comments. Definitely. I like to give the people what they want. I don't know how they do it either. Like I see a whole mix, like very creative people doing, let me see, like some beauty channels. They do beauty related stuff every day, premieres every day. It does take a lot of work. I mean, unless maybe you video them in one sitting and then just like chop it up, but it's a lot. Your choice modeling. Okay, put it in the community thing. And if you don't have me on TikTok, I'm trying to grow on TikTok, so I posted a whole bunch of videos today on there because it's just so much easier to stop and go on TikTok than it is to do on here. Shout out to the polls. That's right. I'll try to do more polls and more inspirational stuff, motivational stuff. If you guys like that, I can do that over on the community page. Hey, Third Eye Vision. Whatever takes less effort. I know. TikTok. What's that? I know they're about to ban TikTok. I believe it's banned in Maryland. I'd have to double check, but I heard there was a situation. So, let me see. Thank you, Edward. Appreciate that. Let me see. Let me pull up what imposter syndrome really is. I'll just read it to you. And then I wish I could like share my screen on my phone, but I can't. Let me see here. Imposter syndrome. Have you guys heard of it? I've briefly heard of it, so I had to do a little more digging. Got my paper here. It's quite interesting, to be honest. It's not something that we hear about a lot. So I want to get a good definition from somewhere that's reputable. Oh, you've heard it. Awesome. Okay, so let me see, what's the definition here? Okay. So the definition is a belief that people are undeserving of their achievements and the high esteem in which they are, and in fact, generally held. They feel that they aren't as competent or intelligent as others might think, and that soon enough, people will discover the truth about them. Those with imposter syndrome are often well accomplished. They may hold high office or have numerous academic degrees. That is from Psychology Today. Just said, it's like you don't think you're worthy. For example, who am I to share active wear reviews? I'm just a girl from Boston. What do I know? I do say that. I do think it goes a little deeper though. Like this has a great toll on their being. Comparison is a huge part of it. Yeah. And the fact that they're well accomplished is kind of crazy, right? Because they're getting all these accomplishments and yet feeling insecure about their own self. And that somebody will figure it out seems strange. So, um, let's see, what causes imposter syndrome? Personality traits, according to Psychology Today, largely drive imposter syndrome. So those who experience it often struggle with self-efficacy, perfectionism, and neuroticism. Oh man, so a little bit of not really OCD, but perfectionism, that can be a huge factor. Wanting everything to be just so, and if it isn't, it's not good enough. Self-efficacy is, being very efficient. Even if you aren't well accomplished, though, that actually the big biggest way it comes out now. Maybe you have tons of life experience, but you think you're not good enough if you have the degree. I mean, it's strange. I think it's becoming more of a deficiency in how we view ourselves. I know we've talked a lot about what is it called? Self-esteem or achievements, you know, like how do you build self-esteem and what's the difference between self-esteem and security in oneself. You see that in persons impersonating law officers. Oh, see, that's where I was thinking, Edward. Like, I was thinking this whole imposter syndrome was more of people who are trying to impersonate others. Like that movie, I haven't seen it, but it was a great reference. Catch Me If You Can. Has anybody seen that? Because I kind of thought that was imposter syndrome, but this is more of self-doubt. Let's see. Competitive environments can also lay the groundwork. For example, many people who go on to develop feelings of imposterism face intense pressure about academic achievements from their parents in childhood. It was a good movie. I don't think that's what. Yeah, right, right. That's what I thought at first, and then when I looked up the definition and stuff, I was like, oh, oh, oh. So it is much deeper than they feel like they're imposters more than anything because they doubt themselves so much, or they're feeling undeserving of their own accomplishments. So, how common do you think imposter syndrome is? Like, what percentage do you think people suffer from it out of 100% of people? Because I'm actually surprised by this number. Once again, quoting Psychology Today. Oh, we have a guest here. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Gavin.
How are you?
Good. You know something about imposter syndrome?
Hey, what?
Do you know we're talking about imposter syndrome? Do you know something about that?
No,
No. Okay.
but I'm not disabled.
All right.
Basically, that means I can't read and write. I'm so party. Basically, I can't
Okay.
read and write.
All right. Do you want to comment about the imposter syndrome?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you wanting to come up, but if we are sharing about this syndrome, that'd be great if you could. So Just said 75%, and Edward, oh yeah, I know. I thought the literal definition. Hey, life at the Logans. All right, Gavin. So I'm gonna put you back in the comments. Appreciate you coming up. If anybody wants to jump on, you can as well to talk about imposter syndrome and share your thoughts. You think 68%, Tam Tam? Wow, you guys are saying pretty high percentages. Well, around 25 to 30% of high achievers suffer from imposter syndrome, and about 70% of adults may experience imposterism at least once in their lifetime. Oh, it's okay. We're talking imposter syndrome and what it means, what are the causes, and how can we deal with it. I'm taking my pup out. Oh, okay. So I appreciate when you come in. Usually we start late sometimes, you know, it's different every week depending on our schedules. Welcome in, Frugal Mama.
Oh shoot. Hey, I forgot I had pressed the go button. Hey, everybody.
Thank God you didn't say anything.
I know, right? Or anything worse, okay.
Right.
Okay, so have you I missed the first. Oh man, we had a little I like the adrenaline from when they have to fix stuff.
No, we're talking imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where were we at.
Hey, Cooking with Nat. I did the definition. Hashtag Team Blue is in the building.
In the building, Jay. What up, though?
We're gonna have to do Wordle because my game that I like to play with you guys, it doesn't want to let me be great. Okay, so we're gonna have to go back to
Wordle over here. We Wordle over here.
We gotta go back to the basics. Hey, Empress Goddess. People are just coming in. Cooking with Nat. Appreciate you. I know there's a lot of people that are live or doing premieres around this time, so I appreciate anybody who's coming through. Okay. Anybody, and participating in the chat is, you know, brownie points over here.
Yeah, because okay, so I asked One Busy Mama because One Busy Mama thrive off research. She like to learn a lot. I do too, but I don't like doing the work in it all. But anyway, let me do this first shout out. Shout out to JB Outdoors who sent me this shirt. I love to get some mail. I love friend mail. I love.
Go check out that mega quality, unboxing. Y'all.
This mug right here is. I was like, man,
that's cute.
It is.
He gave you a lot of good stuff, though.
I know, right? And if you missed that unboxing, check it out. That's that mega unboxing.
It was mega
fabulous, man. I got that knife. I'm like, oh man, I just want to throw it. Okay, but anyway,
it was mega.
It was mega. I'm talking about that was like the mecca of mega unboxings right there. But okay, so I asked her because I saw Life's Magical Journey talk about imposter syndrome, and I want to say it was Joy. Of Joy's way to talk about this too. And I was like, I remember this from school and I haven't heard about this in ages. Like, is this the new thing going on? What in the world? Like, what's going on? So can you pop that, can you recap on the definition and stuff so I can, I did a little, I always do a little light research, a little light, light research.
Okay. I'm muting myself, but I go a little deeper into the meaning because sometimes we think we know, me and Edward were kind of thinking the same thing, like people impersonating police officers or impersonating, I don't know, the law enforcement. We've had a lot of that, but imposter syndrome, and shout out to Psychology Today, because I like to get actual references. I don't want to get Wikipedia. They are not credentialed. So if you're just coming in, thank you so much. It's another Converse with the Mamas. We're talking imposter syndrome. And let's talk about it, people, because I feel like labeling is the new thing. It's like the new trend. Instead of actually dealing with the issues and learning how to educate one another on how to overcome a lot of this. Like, really, instead of just slapping autism, ADHD, the whole spectrum, like, it's a whole nother conversation, but it's a high percentage. I want to say 80-90% of all autistic ADHD kids are boys. And I'm like, so couldn't it just be a trait?
Okay, if
Okay, because we got boys, so we know.
Okay, they just turnt. That's what the term is. They got to create a new term that's called
Yes.
turnt.
Hashtag boys, hashtag turnt.
Okay.
Okay, so shout out to 310. 310 be doing the thing though. Don't get the MCT oil. Sorry, it didn't work out. In case anybody wanted to follow up on that. But anyway, you know,
MCT all like for brain. Wait a minute.
Oh, I had the 310. They sent me MCT oil, and I did like a video on it, and I said I would follow up, but it didn't work out. So I didn't like the taste.
I think I saw that. It was been a while.
Right, Nat. Right. Like they just trying to put labels on people.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Well, he just active.
No, right. They're active. They're boys. Like if you go back 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, there was no such thing. You know, I think I have.
They tried to give me bad citizenship when I just like to talk. Okay. They tried to say I had S's and N's and whatever else came after that. But I was just inquisitive, you know.
No, I think it all boils down to personality and character. Some people have character traits, some people don't. And that doesn't mean that you are labeled for life. What did Micro Farmer say? Because he always has something.
Micro Farmer gonna say something crazy.
I love it though. He
too.
said, I think I have that. I always wanted to be BBD, aka Big Baby Daddy. I got y'all thinking of the singing group.
BBD.
BBD.
BBD. Yeah. You know, we like a good song. Yes.
Hey, life. And my son is quiet. He just talked. Right.
Thank
you.
Like
just because you're quiet doesn't mean you got a problem. Maybe
that
you
part.
Just taking it all in. You know, like not everybody needs to be talkative or outgoing, social. Like if you don't talk, you're antisocial. If you talk too much,
sometimes though, them non-talkers, man, they be sitting up there plotting though. You gotta watch everybody. Keep your head on the swivel.
We do know that there's some quote unquote weirdos.
But yeah, I agree. I just turning.
But I think the label just gets
out of hand. For real.
Bouncing ponytails. You know, I told you guys when it's bun time, it's wash hair time.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Definition.
Okay, definition.
We can all get lost in translation because we have a lot of fun. Me and Frugal Mama, it's just a natural conversation that happens. So if it's ADHD, it's off the train, on the train. It's, you know, we got a lot of thoughts and we want to share. So whatever.
Shout out to Life's Magical Journey, who in the chat, who also, you know, motivated us to talk about this.
Yes.
I heard her talking about it on the live stream and somebody else. I can't remember who else, but I said, research queen, come on through with it. Come on through. So let me mute.
And let me tell you, life be talking about that neuroscience and how the brain works and all that good stuff.
Yes.
So go check that out too.
I love science. Don't be talking about I think. No, I need
I know.
I need facts, baby.
We come with references, and today's hands in the dirt. Thanks so much for coming. And Ro is in the building. Emily D.
Member!
Shout out to the members. That happens to me too. If I'm having a lot of fun, they think I'm drunk. So I know about. I know, right? And you get slapped with that label. Come on, man. Or he's like that. Anyway, definition, the real definition of imposter syndrome is, where is it? It's an experience that they struggle with self-efficacy, perfectionism, and neuroticism. So they doubt themselves. And they have a belief that they are undeserving of their own achievements and the high esteem in which they are in. They feel that they aren't as competent or intelligent as others might think, and soon people will discover the truth about them. So it's really more of doubting yourself more than anything. So I don't understand why it's called imposter. I mean, I get it. You feel like an imposter, but at the same time, wouldn't it be more like self-doubt? you know, because obviously you're credentialed, obviously you've been
Mhm.
successful, and you just have extreme doubt about your own success.
Like if your own word, am I like this can't be happening to me because this is just
Shoot, let me win $1 million. I won't be
like,
saying.
yes, okay.
I'll be like, I deserve this.
I deserve.
Cash
Yes.
that check.
Cut the check. Yes. But
This
I
is
can
why
see how it is. I can see how a person could go through that because a lot of times it's like we get so used to, you know, getting hit with this, that, and the third. And then when things start to prosper and really start to manifest in our life, the things that we work towards start to manifest, like, wait a minute, hold up. You know, I understand a little bit.
And I see that. I think we talked about this a little bit on a different conversation, but I think it's more like when you've been beaten so badly in your life, figuratively and realistically. Like you've never had anything good in life. Nothing good came your way. You've always had troubles. Hey, BKNY, thank you. And then you start being successful or you're moving up in the world and you start to doubt, like, do I really deserve this? Is this really happening to me? I think that is more likely than this whole situation of feeling like an imposter. But it's ironic that the numbers are speaking to a different level. It said 25 to 30% of high achievers may suffer from imposter syndrome.
Dang.
And about 70% of adults may experience imposterism at least once in their lifetime.
Dang.
That's
maybe
kind
I
of
haven't
crazy.
hit the success that I really thought that I was. I felt like I'm all the way up and nothing can stop me.
Stop me.
Because
what's the other song?
Like, I think I'm like my biggest chili because I be like, shoot, man, let me tell you, they say the sky's the limit, baby. The sky ain't even the limit. I ain't even. It's like so I'm probably in that 75% that haven't. Yeah, but now I mean I consider myself successful because I'm still here and living. I mean that's a win in my book. Maybe my standard's too low. Wait a minute. Now, what is this wrong that I'm going through right now? I'm going.
Check the mic. Oh, we got another guest.
Oh yes.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you for coming up.
Yes. Welcome. You talking about imposter syndrome? She must got a delay like I be having.
I know.
Oh, it is delayed. That's so weird.
No way.
That's okay. We'll pause for like 5 seconds.
Oh, perfect.
One busy mama, Bethany, are you stuck? Okay. We waiting on Jess.
I'm really a good listener. No.
I hear you, but then I hear my response way later.
Oh, I know. It sucks when you hear yourself in the thing and you're like, wait, can I talk? Can I not talk? So what are your thoughts on it, Jess?
I feel like right now with like all the entrepreneurs, it's a big thing because like, you know, maybe you've been doing makeup your whole life, but just because you didn't go to beauty school, it's like you're like, oh my gosh. Or like maybe you've been going to the gym for like 10 years and you know everything about like working out, but if you don't have that training certificate, you feel like, oh my gosh, like I shouldn't help people. And like it's a fine line, I think, because I don't know, you shouldn't just like go telling other people what to do if you don't know what you're talking about, but you also might have like valid life experience.
Right. And that's true. Because I think all of us, when we get advice from, let's say, a doctor or somebody highly credentialed, we're like, oh, he knows his stuff. He went to school. And yet sometimes they be sounding like a bag of poop, you know? And you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't jive with what I've been learning. And I know my body or whatever. So I think that also happens too on the flip side. New cast member syndrome.
Okay.
Oh,
That is
he's
a
so
good point
silly.
because a lot of times you can be. I was watching this court. I love watching court shows, but just like the small claims court, I don't like. I mean, I do watch. I watch because I like watching Donna just being real, and she going through all these court cases. Like that'd be deep, boy. That can be draining on you, boy. I'm like, woo, these fools out here just going in. But anyway, I watched the small claims thing, and then this guy, he was like, I've been doing makeup for 20 years. And I've been putting on lashes for this. And then she kind of talk about, I done broke out of her eye, blah, blah, blah. You've been doing makeup for 20 years, but everybody different. So, something that you did could have broken out her eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, but someone who may have been, who gone through the whole process of it may know that, or give some disclaimers or go through because like when I went through personal trainer certification, they was like, you got to get out, you got to do this documentation, take this anything. And like I was like, dang, because when I go to the gym and go through a certificate and I work with a trainer, I'm like, shoot, whatever the gym had me sign, I don't be reading none of that. I just need your help, whatever. So I ain't even never know that. But when you do go through those certification, it does allow you to know all of the things that you are held accountable and responsible for. That was like the first thing you do once you get your certification is get insurance. So, I mean, but like, who knew that? I mean, but some of these folks may have, but I didn't. Okay. It's because you are held really accountable for the people that you are working with. So, but I like how she said that. That's really something to think about.
That was a great analogy. She had to pop off because the audio was crazy.
Crazy, yeah. Thank you, Jess, for coming up if you can hear us.
Yeah, and when you don't do this often, I do it often and the thing be tripping up. So shout out to all those who just came in. We're talking about imposter syndrome. And I did give out the definition. Hey, life with everyday OCD is check.
What?
Hey Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Nikki. Who
is that? The monkeys?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. I've been singing this all the time and don't know who's singing.
Yeah, I pinned the link at the top of the chat. I do want to start doing that more, just in case anybody wants to come up. Like Jess came up and just gave her opinion or her thoughts. We love that. We
you don't have to be a mama. Come on up.
Right? No, it's just two mamas up here talking, but you don't have to be a mama. I mean, go back to some of the playlists. We used to have a lot of guests come up, mainly guys, and give their 2 cents on 3 cents, 5 cents, all kinds of cents on what we were talking about. So everybody's welcome to talk about the topic that we're talking about. So what was I going to say? Imposter syndrome. So they say about 70% of adults may experience it at least once in their lifetime. Oh, and in reference, like sometimes I'm a registered nurse. I was a LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse for many, many, many years before that. And that is my main dig, like I'm a nurse all the time, anytime. Like I think nurse medical first before I think about anything else. And sometimes I get a little sidetracked because I'm constantly thinking medical. What did you say? Can a show be 2 mama and 1 dada if I call you? Sure. And sometimes, like when I'm dealing with a patient, they'll say something to you and all your years of training, and they'll say something to like make you doubt, like, I don't know, like they'll be like, do I really need this antibiotic that the doctor ordered? And as the nurse, you're the one that gives them all the information. You got to tell them about the side effects. You got to tell them how to take it. You got to tell them, how to follow up. The doctor just writes an order and they're out. Peace, be gone, and sometimes you get self-doubt because you've been doing it for so long that after so many years, you're like, am I really like, do I know the side effects of vancomycin or like it just gets stuck in your head. And that's why I say we should always encourage one another. Hey, Smart Aviation. We should always encourage one another, educate one another so that we don't have this issue of feeling like we are not worthy. We are not where we are in life, If you as long as you didn't step on anybody's back and eliminate people in the process, you deserve everything that you have worked hard for. And you should know that. And if you have people around you that aren't telling you this, you bump them, get them out the way. Like, really, because we've talked about that too. What do we call them? What do we call them? Not
leeches.
Leeches. Yes.
Leeches. That's what the heck they are.
They could be weeds too, but
okay. Yeah. Out of place. Yeah. They say a weed is an out of place flower. I didn't even know that about weeds. Lord have mercy. I need to get my my game.
Come on. But they are out of place. They still are flowers.
I didn't know that. I thought that was just, I mean, I'm gonna go. We're gonna do another show about that because we labeling too. That's another label. Really?
Yeah.
Weed is an infestation, boy. I'm trying to tell you. That's what it is.
Oh, they do take over, though.
Over.
They do.
Over.
They do take over.
I mean, but why my flowers can't take over? Like, why my tomatoes can't take over like that? Come on now. Okay.
Plant some marigolds next to your tomatoes, actually. That keeps a lot of weeds and grubs and stuff from eating the tomatoes.
But shoot, I gotta watch out for these squirrels now because me and these squirrels gonna have a fight. Them every time I turn around, they was eating my strawberries. I was like, oh everybody hungry. That's what we do.
Yes, everybody's trying to get something. Dandelions are weeds, but they are good for us, says Nikki, the gardener.
Oh yeah. Dandelion. I be what is not? Do I do the dandelion root? I do it. I have some that have I have some tea that have the dandelion. It helps keep me calm. Is that what it's for?
Oh, we got another guest. We got another guest. Yeah.
Big Daddy in the house. Big Daddy in the house.
BBD right, over
here. You Big Daddy for real? Don't you have like 13 kids?
Oh, no. I
might have added a few in there, but I know it's close.
Yeah. I got 8. I claim 8.
Okay.
He claims 8. Okay.
It might be 13.
15, something, you know. So
it's 8 proven DNA testing wise.
There you go.
That's 8 proven.
There you go. And we're gonna have Micro Farmer up here another time because we want to talk about a lot of parenting things. So shout out to that.
I think tonight I'm gonna be on what's the name? Panama
City.
Panama City. We're going to talk about, because a lot of women, you know, y'all know I have my second wife, and there was a young lady I followed. I think she's in y'all community somewhere. I forgot her name. Somebody put up, I believe, Fugal Mom, had put her up, and she was talking about postpartum syndrome. It's a young lady that had a baby recently. She was on a live.
Oh, is that the Griffins?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there Griffins. There you go.
Yep.
So what I want to say, but you know, she's so big and she don't know who I was, but I was sent over there by Fool Mom, and it was something that she was hitting on that a lot of us as people don't even understand. Fathers who I'd say the fathers who are with those women who go through postpartum, right? Nobody talks about that.
You're right.
I guarantee a lot of people probably got divorced because they
because of it.
Because they don't know what they was dealing with. You know, a lot of us don't talk about. We talk about mental health, and people don't know. They're young people having babies out here. Their grandmama didn't know because they didn't know how to deal with it. It was, you know, and I was saying, I believe my wife went through it, but the problem was with that is she had help like that young lady, the Griffins. Like she was explaining, her husband picked up the slack, and that probably helped. She didn't need medication like some people. I believe if you're a two working couple, it can do damage on you because he wouldn't even know you're going through it. He's just thinking you're acting funny and crazy and kookabirdie, and he can't do it. And what he does, take off. And then you got a single mom on deck. But it ain't that. It's just that she was going through something which a lot of us do not talk about, the fathers who are there, who wife might be going through that, but he never knew that what it was.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying.
I think that's a great topic. We did talk about postpartum depression on this channel, but we can definitely do a part 2, speaking with a dad who has been involved with his younger 2, right?
Yeah, I'm glad I retired because I was saying in the chat, but you know, she's telling her story, and I was like, that'd be a good topic because I believe my wife went through it, but the thing that helped her through it was I retired when my daughters were born. We have twin girls where she didn't need medication. She just needs that time. That's why it's very important where you have that support group from your if you have the support group from your sister, your best friend, your parents, where when things get overwhelming, you can drop the kids off. Mama come over, your mom come over and get the kids and give you a break.
And a lot of people don't have that, right?
I was about to say that.
I know, twin. We be
okay.
Hey, mine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's even with Nikki, an OCD chick, we was in the chat one time. She said, what she said, check up on your strong friends. Because a lot of women be acting like they so strong and they be going through things and they be like, no, I'm good, girl. I'm a strong this, and they not that strong you think they are. They fronting. That's that what y'all saying now.
Imposter syndrome.
That imposter syndrome is probably that too, is part of it, where they don't want to show weakness. They don't want to say, hey, I'm suffering over it. I'm stressed out and I don't know what I don't do. I don't want y'all in my business because I don't want y'all in my grown folks' business. You know, you hear people say these sayings. But sometimes, you know, you got to look after your friends. I mean, your life.
It does take a village.
So,
and a trusting village, because a lot of times nowadays, especially in the community that we live in, that we're involved in, whether it's YouTube, whether it's out in the real world, there's a lot of trust issues, rightfully so, but we have to learn how to build trust with people. And the support, I totally understand. Me and Frugal Mama totally, she has discussed some of her postpartum issues. I know I had postpartum depression with my first child. I know, but it was not diagnosed. Thinking back, that's 21 years ago. Thinking back, I could have really done some damage to that child or myself because I didn't have the support. I also feel like 99% of it is the struggle with being a new mom, breastfeeding or bottle feeding, and a new human being that nobody knows. Like, yeah, you carried this baby 9-10 months, but there's a struggle with a lot of moms and dads of getting to know who this person is that you just welcomed in your life. And while everybody's shoving it down your throat, oh, this is a blessing, babies are a miracle, you're not feeling that. You're feeling stressed the hell out, you know? Hormones are going up and down and left and right. And you also have a partner, you know, that also wants to be involved in the whole process. And talking about pregnancy, there is an imposter syndrome, I believe, that happens because we have these babies, dads, moms, we have these babies, and all of a sudden we start to feel like I'm not grateful enough. This is not for me. There's people who don't have children, and why did I have this baby? Or, you know, you go through a lot of emotions, and I think it's on both sides. So I think that would be a great conversation to dive into.
A whole lot of conversation. Y'all want them? I'll give you a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, I know you would.
I'm gonna just say, like me personally, I'm 55 years old, and my dad I grew up with a single father. That's something nobody want to talk about. I have a friend, same age as me. We was around, I believe, 18 years old. He had his high school sweetheart. We was all friends, and they was young, just like this. They was on their own, and he went through some stuff, and he didn't know who to talk to because she died after childbirth.
Gosh!
Oh wow!
Right now, he's a young, like 19. I think he was 18, 19 years old. They was on their own, right?
Yeah.
And she was the only child of her mom, right? The only child. You know, the mom was trying to fight him to take the child because she lost her child. But he was saying, "You're gonna take. I lost the woman I love, and now you're gonna take the only thing I have of her away." It was a battle too. It almost got real ugly. And
I think too. There's something that happens with some people who I don't know their history or background, but I do think that happens a lot. Even if their child is still alive, you know, like you'll have the raging mother-in-law that is just incessant on doing it her way, and that also impedes on the parents actually being able to bond with their children. And I'm the believer of, yo, you had your chance, step back, okay? And
Like,
believe
none of
me,
that.
I have been like this my entire life. And when I had my first own child, because I practically raised my brother, when I had my own child, I had that issue. And I was being told, oh, you're too young. I had him at 19. You're too young. You don't know anything about raising kids. And I know how to do it. And I was like, really? Did they give you a chance? So let me have my chance.
Period.
I was entrusted in holding this kid for a certain amount of time. I'm pretty sure I can handle the rest. Support and crossing lines is also what makes people feel like they're not deserving of the things that they have.
They went back and forth to court because she was trying to pull like he was young, like he was a young man. He don't know how to raise a daughter. He's very young, and they was like, you know, but he was like at the same time he's trying to be respectful. She was trying to like rip the baby from him.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm sorry you lost your daughter, but now you're trying to take my daughter to replace, you know, her kid. That's what he felt like. But
well,
he
that's
wanted
what
to
it
respect
is.
her because they was childhood sweethearts. I mean, I think they were dating since we was in junior high school, you know.
Wow.
And he wasn't thinking she was gonna go in, give birth, and come out. What happened was she gave birth. She was in it and got a blood clot in her leg.
Oh gosh.
And we traveled up. And that was at the end of the day. Like, wait a minute. And we being young, we never heard of women with blood clots having birth and then have a blood clot follow behind that. That was like, you know, you young. Like I said, we are young. Like you said, 19, 18 years old. Like, well, she just get everybody get birth. People get birth. Crackheads get birth and be coming out fine.
Right.
But she went in and just a blood clot.
Is that the lady who had a C-section?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't actually have a vaginal C-section.
I think it was an emergency C-section. And anyway, anytime you have surgery,
I'm gonna tell you, my wife. She the reason why she didn't want no more kids because she had both done back to back. She gave one vaginal. Oh. The other one turned around and they had to go get a C-section. So she knew how to push one out. Oh, and then the other one, when the other twin was coming out, and it was trying, and it would start what's the one they called it would start ripping from the wall, and it was trying to turn, and where it was like, all right, we're done. Kicked me out the room, and then it went straight to emergency room where they had to do an emergency C-section. So not only that, she was banged up from the bottom, she was banged up from the top.
Yeah. And the recovery is
ridiculous, I mean, you know. And I heard that, you know, as a young lady was talking about how a lot of women suffer from postpartum depression. Most of those women are C-section women. I don't know if it has a connection or not.
The bond is different. My first son was vaginal, and I've had 3 C-sections after that.
I know you're a doula too, Born Busy Mama. So I was listening to Mountain of Inspiration the other day. Maybe I think
yes, I am.
And yes, you know, I'm a plug. Y'all come a plug, my girl. Okay, if you're in the Florida area, you need a doula. But they said like when and I'm glad he mentioned that because like there is a difference between vaginal birth and the cesarean birth with the bond and everything. But they said like if they take some of the vaginal fluids and apply it to the baby, that may help with because it's something about the birth canal that does something to the child, helps the child.
There's a few things.
They be strong. They say they be stronger in everything, just like a vaginal baby.
Oh, I think it's something like the chicken, where is a coating, a bacteria coating, something you want to say. It's something like that bond where it's hormonal when they come out, and it's like a chicken when the chicken lay an egg, it has a coating on it that you don't really see, but the chicken has what they call an antibacterial coating. So
that's why they say you're not supposed to put the eggs in the refrigerator because they already protected, ain't it?
Well, if they're good eggs,
that's fresh eggs like my eggs that come out of my the ones at the store. You got to put them in the refrigerator because
they got it because they already
they're clean. Real eggs are not that super clean, y'all. Trust what I tell you. But you know, they wash them up, and a lot of people say, "Oh, the egg got a little stain in it." Yeah, because those people are bleaching theirs. They run them through a wash and they bleach them, and so that's why they look perfectly brown. They look perfectly white.
No spots.
Yeah, they are actually, you know, using stuff to make it look good for the public eye to buy. But if you actually get real chicken eggs from your coop and things like that, yes, there will be some dirt on it, some poo-poo, and everything else on it. So, but they do have a wash that you know, a little plain water, you know, you can clean them up and put them on top of it. But yeah, mostly commercial eggs are, you have to put them in the refrigerator. That's why they are. And then on top of that, people, let me tell you about those eggs in it. I know they say farm fresh. They're not farm fresh.
No.
That egg has been sitting around for at least 30 days. Because you gotta remember, it comes from a farm, right? Packaged, waiting for somebody to come pick it up. Then it's taken to a distributor company, and then from this distributor company, it's sent to a store. Then it's sitting a couple of weeks in that store. So your fresh eggs are not fresh eggs,
unless you go to a farm.
You go to a farm or a market. Well, but then now here it goes, y'all. Because there's a farmer's market, because there's been games been playing with farmer markets where they'll go to Hunts Point and other wholesale places and they'll put those fruits out there saying it came from their farm. They don't even own a farm. A lot of people have been getting busted. So you got to watch that. They'll take them out the box that they brought.
Oh, gosh.
And then they'll lay them out there saying they from their farm.
Those imposters.
Imposter syndromes. Because they've been busting. A lot of people will go get those. I mean, I don't know if y'all have them. They have the wholesale where the restaurants get their fruits and stuff. People can go there personally and buy boxes of onions, potatoes, and all they do is cut it open like the guy do at the fish market, right? If you ever go to Stop and Shop Cougars and you see the fish that's out there, the shrimps and stuff that be in that nice display, all that stuff was frozen. What they did was put it in a bucket of water and thaw it out. It's the same thing in the bag, but they put it out there on the ice and they sell it to you double. When you could have brought the bag over there frozen.
Yeah, I can.
And the guy would tell you it's the same stuff. They just put it in water and they laid out. They calling it fresh. It's not fresh.
So
it's just
crazy.
I would think if they should put a fresh mean within in the last week or so, because that's just ridiculous.
That's a long label. Fresh in the last week or so.
I mean, it should be implied that it's within the last week, not a whole 30 days.
No, because the whole
30 days.
The whole idea is to sell you something that you assume to be fresh.
Yeah,
I
just
laugh
like
at
organic.
the cage free.
Now, we can't even trust organic.
Yeah, and the cage free, like Michelle is saying, Life Adventures with Keto. She's saying, like, the cage free, they're still in a coop, so it's not. I mean, you can't let your chickens run like all over the place.
Yeah, you can't, because them doggone predators come get them chickens, baby.
Yeah,
but,
you won't have no chickens.
You gotta basically have a cow, some chicken. You gotta have your own crap. I mean, that's why so many people homesteading right now.
Well, if you go check out Micro Farmer, he's got the whole boatload over there.
I got
rabbits, chickens,
and I'm not, and this is in the suburbs. This is in the backyard. That's why it's called Micro Farmer, because on top of raised beds, fruit trees, rabbits, chickens, you know, 2 pups. Well, not one is a pup, but the other one 2 dogs. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I got room for a couple of goats, but you know, I'm just, you know, want to save my neighbor's ears, because but I could get some goats, but the problem is I'm into animals, so they have a vet here that can actually cut the vocal cords of your goat.
Oh, wow.
That seems like inhumane.
See, I want that.
But people who, especially people from other countries,
have some fresh goat milk.
Oh, but that's a little trend going on, like certain things like the BBLs. You go to Dominican Republic, go to
my God, with the BBL.
Right. What happened is that you go to this vet, right? This vet, he cuts their vocal cords, right? What you said is a human, you feel is unhuman. But a lot of people come in America is from other countries, so they love fresh goat milk. They love fresh milk from.
But they need to take their cell phone in the country and leave them goats vocal cords alone. I mean, I guess it don't really hurt now, because they can still go through the motions. But then
you just don't have the voice.
How they communicate with each other? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know. Like, what if they aren't talking?
This is insane. Can nothing just stay the same? Just stay natural.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's always a market for something if you're willing to pay for it. Just like if you get a what is it, a raccoon, you know, or a skunk. You get a pet skunk. They actually, you know, the surgery is expensive, and they remove the stink gland.
Oh, the gland. Oh, good Lord.
So a lot of times people thinking that those people that have skunks the glands has been removed. They done paid for the glands to be removed. So you think you're gonna go find you a pet skunk in your backyard and bring your house? If he gets scared, he's going to spray, because that's a natural thing. But what happens is the people don't tell you in those videos that's the skunk.
Michael, what you be watching? Who the heck got pet skunks, man?
Poor Pepe Le Pew.
Baby. I'm doing Mona, baby. I want a pet raccoon. It's illegal to have a pet raccoon in Connecticut, and I just don't feel like going to jail messing with a raccoon. They're like, why are you in here messing with a coon? I might
you got a double-sided joke over
here. Yeah, double-sided joke. They be calling me the new Kanye West. He being funny. He messing with coons.
This is incredible to me. Like,
if they ever allow me to have a raccoon for a pet in Connecticut, trust what I tell me, 2 of them, but they just don't allow it here. So I'm just not pushing that button, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they clip chicken wings too. Life Adventure said. So many things happen in the animal
Hey, Rob
industry.
Allbanks, what's going on?
Appreciate everybody coming in.
So,
you know, we strict on time over here. 1 hour.
Okay.
But we are going to have a segment with you. So I love that you came up.
Cool.
And I know you have a plethora of experience, years to give us some knowledge and feedback. So we definitely want to have
him on the finance segment too.
Oh, the finance. Oh, yeah.
When you still able to enjoy your life.
No. The finance, because he's got some real estate stuff to talk about. Too.
Real estate. Yeah. But the reason why I know a lot of medical terms, because my wife is in the medical field. Next year she'll become a family practitioner. So more money. So as she's doing her stuff, and even as a husband that's out here, she used me as a test dummy on things like, you know, how people be questioning stuff. So that's how I learned a little bit of something, because what she goes through, I learned. Like I learned about, like you said, that y'all talk about certain things or the children disorders and stuff like that. They come through the emergency rooms, and then they gotta go give them psychs. It's a lot of patient care about that. There's laws here in Connecticut. I don't know about anybody else's state, but there are laws dealing with children with issues, you know. And lately, since this thing that hit America, there's been an uptick of kids with problems, you know. They are coming in by the droves into the emergency room because the parents don't know how to deal with them, because they're going, I don't know, they psychic's not right, you know. They locked up, or they doing remote school learning, and some parents have pulled their kids out and starting to do remote learning because they're so scared of what's going on out here nowadays. But these kids are coming into the emergency room with mental illness, dealing with it, hearing voices, they just snapping, you know.
I can't imagine what I know. And I would like to say there's a lot to it, because the psychology we know over here, Frugal Mama and I, on psychology and kids, and I know you know too, Micro Farmer. The whole situation that we went through for the last, still going through it, 3 years, has been crazy. Not everybody is good at learning on their own. Not everybody wants to be social. There has to be a place for all these kids. And while I thought personally that it was a great advantage for my kids to be at home, and we were dealing with it, right? We were dealing with it. You know, they had to be at home. There was no other choice. They had to do remote learning. But at the same time, the psychology of children is that they do need socialization. They do need interaction amongst their peers of the same group, in order to learn and benefit off of one another. Now, the backfall of not having that for 2+ years, and there are some states that just don't have teachers, so they are forced to do remote learning right now, is that the development of the child is delayed for those who cannot take the lack of socialization, because it's a lot that is integrated into learning and teaching and educating children, that it's important for them. You know, I'm not saying that it's not, but there are some kids that benefited extremely from not being in the classroom. And then there's some who are going to have deficits for the rest of their lives because of it. So also a great topic.
Yeah.
But then you know what? I know we gotta close this show out, but this has been so fascinating. I love talking about human behavior, how the mind works, and all of that. And so if you all have topics for discussion, please leave it down in the comments below or email us. Email Busy Mama, because I'm telling you right now, I'm bad with communicating. I'm telling you.
She can email. Y'all can email me because I have a ton of stuff. But you know, as a male in this world, certain males and certain topics, males can't. Even though you can talk about it, but you're going to catch some backlash from certain people. So it's usually certain topics. It's like women would ask because most of the topics is just a woman one-sided view instead of the men dealing with certain things. Men being stay-at-home dads. Everybody thinks you're a stay-at-home dad, you're a bum.
No, we love the variety here.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what? Because that's so fun. Yeah. And African Dream and them were talking about how you got these relationship experts. They ain't even in a relationship. How you gonna tell somebody how to be married and you not even married? Where they do that at? You know what I'm saying? And don't sit up here and I see you, but I don't never see your wife or nobody else. And you this expert. I just don't believe in all that. You're not finna feed me a whole bunch of crap, okay, and have me thinking. No, I'm not doing it like that, Derek Jackson. I was like, I think me and One Busy Mama talked about it. We just sense bull. We sense bull crap. And I think that a lot of times we gotta build ourselves up so much that we see through the bull crap. Because I'm telling you, 9 times out, I was talking about this morning on the live stream. 9 times out of 10, a woman, especially women, don't fail for bull crap, but men too don't fail for these women.
Yes,
they're buying women cars and houses and all this kind of stuff. And she got 5 other men doing the same doggone thing.
Listen, you're gonna have me have.
Don't get me going.
We're gonna have a whole.
Let's get on up over here because we got this to be continued. Okay, we're not.
Yes.
It's so much.
Seriously, if you guys in the chat have suggestions, we take them and we write them down. We talk some.
Hey, MTGBTV.
Yes. Shout out.
I'm still waiting on your email because I know she wanted to have an interview with me and stuff like that. So yeah,
we might grab him first. Because we actually, it's the mamas, but we talk about a lot of partnerships, relationships, parenting. We talk about a lot of different things here, and we enjoy having the variety of commentators, people coming up and talking. So definitely getting a dad's perspective, definitely getting an involved dad, definitely getting a stay-at-home dad.
There you go.
And I know you have older children as well, so all those perspectives are welcome. Honestly,
and dealing with multiple baby mamas. I mean, well,
however you want to call it.
I mean, they heard me call them baby mamas. I get stabbed. They don't play that. They're are the what they call the high value women. So you dead. This is my baby mama. Oh, I'd probably get stabbed in the neck, juggle all day long. They're like, no, because they not, they never fit that category. You know what I mean? They was in a relationship with me. You know what I mean?
Right on.
So they wasn't some old fly by night joint. So they do not take me saying, this is my kid's mom. This is my daughter's mom or something like that. Oh, no, this is my baby mama. And I probably get punched in the eye. To be honest with y'all. So that's the respect, But yeah, so I would love that because sometimes for the women on your chats, a lot of women that I see YouTubers try to invite men that are involved with their children.
Yeah,
have a point of view, not to debate them about wrong things that was done.
No.
Not y'all. I'm just saying when I say because what happened is some women will bring a man up there just to debate him. I've been in a life where the conversation the woman was having was the conversation she should have had with her baby's father. But I became the guy to step in, and what she's saying to all of us is basically what she really wanted to say to her kid's father. So I stood in that gap for him and took the punches.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what you've been through, sweetie, but that's not me. But we realize when women, it hits certain nerves in them, when they start speaking, they speaking to another man what they really wanted to say to their kid's father or the man who did them dirty.
Yeah.
My face done went to his face.
Yes.
Because what she's saying now is basically what you should have said to the guy who did you dirty, whatever. And now we realize, wow. And then you get some guys take that line and sinker, and she reels him in. He's arguing with a woman that's not even his kid's mother.
Yeah.
On a YouTube channel. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and my whole thing is we make these choices. So whatever made you say that, oh, that's a great guy, you fix that with yourself. And don't be mad at him because he been a bum. He been a whatever. Fix yourself and whatever made you say attracted you to this person, because it's something within yourself. Because I'm telling you, I don't see nothing wrong with nobody else that is probably not a reflection of myself. Because otherwise, I'm not even worried. I'm not even really worried about you. I don't care. They got too much stuff going on. I got, life happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I need to worry about, okay, what made me attracted to this individual? That's what I'm concerned about, because he probably, like I said, they hadn't been a good friend to nobody. Yeah. So why I let him in? Because I probably thought I could fix him. I probably thought this person. I know
that happens.
My baby mom was attracted to my bad boy status. Most of the beautiful women that had my babies was attracted to my bad boy status. That alpha male thing. That was the thing back in the 80s, where if you had snap your finger, you had guys. Oh, that one busy mama, her baby father's cuckoo bird. Her boyfriend, she was protected. Like, you know what I'm saying? That would attract to him, but when that attraction turned on them, in a sense, it became a problem. Like, oh my God, you didn't realize if you in that car with me and somebody decided to shoot, you get what I'm saying? But when we was cool, young, you thought it was cool, but when she had that baby, she's like, oh my God, I can't be around him in them streets. I'll be standing out there with my baby in a stroller, and him and his homeboys out there having issues. And I, being a young man, being dumb, that's why I tell people being dumb, you got to grow up real quick, because you're putting your kid's mother in danger, and your kid in danger if you're out there talking about, come by, me and the boys gonna be hanging out drinking Hennessy and smoke. You know what I mean? Mines were educated enough to say, oh, they don't want that. You know what I mean? They was like, oh no. But the thing that you said attracted to them was they felt protected. Nobody was going to mess with them, because that is Rabbit's kid's mother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't have to worry about getting robbed, her chain getting snatched. You know, she didn't have to worry about the girls don't like her because she's pretty, light-skinned, Spanish, and they want to fight her because she was hands off. And I mean, the neighborhood I came in, I know you say you was in Boston. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know if anybody from anywhere else, but the Bronx was like that. You wanted protection, you know. And a lot of these young girls.
I think this is going to be a great. A few segments actually, so stay tuned for that. I put my thing in there, but I'll email you.
As we 55 years old, kid you not together with him, but as we are in our 50s, right? The only one is younger than Martha. They're protected for life from the world that I'm from. So even though we're not together, she has a child by me. So I'm gonna talk about that situation with the young men. I try to tell them, if your mother's child is stressed out, your kid is stressed out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something that our OGs, I understand, bro. She with another man, but I don't care what he doing. They could be off the ceiling fan. If your kid's mother's stressed out, your kids are stressed out. And I can't have my kids stressed out, y'all. You know what I mean? I will talk about that another subject. That's a whole nother subject.
Definitely. So we're gonna wrap it up. Again, and then we'll see you next Wednesday. It'll be Frugal Mama's channel. We'll post it ahead of time.
Email me.
I definitely will. I appreciate you coming up and chatting with us, and Jess for coming up and chatting. So you have anything, Frugal?
No, just join me for work out with me. Hey,
you be putting up 25-year-olds and 30-year-olds to shame.
She sure does.
I'm telling you, I'll be like, what?
Yes.
Okay, you know what though? It is so fun because like I look back on 2 years ago and I could barely get off the ground. And I'm just so thankful for just constantly changing, evolving, and growing. And I see so many people like doing their thing in their own way. And that's the most important thing. Do what's right for you, your body, your life, your situation, but do something. We have to just be sitting here at a standstill, but that's the workout is for the mind, the body, and the soul. We nourish those so we keep our everything in alignment. Wellness is
Truth be
bigger
told,
than
lady, the
what
truth
you
be
put in
told,
your mouth and what you do.
stay healthy. It keeps your man at home. That's another
Ooh.
subject.
Okay, we're writing down a whole look.
Yes.
I'm gonna have some post-it notes everywhere.
My wife stays
got
in the gym
homework.
because my wife does. She's not one of them people be like, I'm a big dude, but she met me. I was a big dude. Not, what I'm saying is, some men are so scared to tell their wife they gain weight, and that's when they cheat on you because they're so scared to argue with you. When he say, "Hey, babe," he can't come to you and say, "Hey, babe, well, your mama's fat."
Oh,
So he don't even want to say nothing because a lot of women put this thing on that you should love me no matter what. If I'm 400-500 pounds, and
Oh, that's another topic. Write it down.
yes.
we don't want you no 500 pounds. I'm being honest with you.
You know what? We was talking about that too. We was talking about just some people don't want to emphasize working out or whatever because you don't want to hurt nobody else feeling who's not working out. Body positivity, body shape.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to do that. Whatever you do, you do. But it's something in having strength and having your body the way you want it. And so don't
women, some women in your chat right now, their husband came and said, "Hey girl, you're getting a little too heavy. I met you was a size 4, now you are 22."
Good Lord.
The argument going on, he's on the couch or getting put out. But he was telling you the truth. You're not attracting though. Then you wonder why he got a side chick.
Right.
Because he don't want to argue.
And there should
he's
be
not even coming home after work, straight after work. He's going to the bar to drink and look at busy mama over there and Fugle mama drinking. And he's sending drinks down the aisle like this.
we'll take them. Thank you.
That $6 drink could have been a $5 bra that y'all be getting off Tara. What you know what I'm saying? That $100 he kicked off at that stripper in the club could be your $100 if you could get on a pole in your head, in your bed.
Exactly.
Yeah, you surprise your husband. Surprise y'all husband one for Christmas Day and have a strip pole installed in y'all living room with that cranker.
You are something else.
And I guarantee he'll stay home a little longer. I'm just being honest with y'all.
But that is why I know Frugal Mama, she talks about working the mind, the body, and the soul because it's not just one thing. And that's a whole conversation that should have happened with your significant other before it comes down to that. So, with that being said, I got to go because I got a 5-year-old, and he wants something to eat ASAP. Otherwise, I'll be on DCF's list. So,
walk down the street.
All right, guys. Take care. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Because I'm trying to end the stream. This ain't my stream, y'all.